Hey guys, it's Jim, aka Armour, and we're here for another turning the page. We've got a little bit of a different camera setup today. We are shooting a bit upside down, but I'm going to turn this around. Yeah, we're just going to try this with our SLR, and I've kind of jury-rigged an old tripod here above it where it's kind of, sitting X amount of distance above. So, but I think this SLR, being that the lens is so much better, is going to do a better job for these, and potentially even my cracking the boxes, so we'll see. I mean, it does involve potentially a dual audio track, which I'm not doing this time around for these videos. I'm just using the internal camera mic, so it might just not sound as good as I normally sound, but I'll probably rectify that eventually and either try to hook up my mic to this, or a wireless mic, or not a wireless mic, but my wired tie clip mic, lapel mic. Anyways, but continuing on, that has nothing to do with what we're looking at here. We're doing a turning the page, and this is a turning page on Panzer Aces number 50, Armour modeling magazine. This is produced in Spain. This one is in English though, so it's translated. And this is the Allied Forces Special, number 50 is. And we'll just take a look quickly at the table of contents. Let's see if I can play around here and do some different things, but not sure that would be beneficial. But yeah, we can zoom in on that for a second and look at the table of contents. So this has got defeat in 35mm, 1/35th scale. Sherman 1C hybrid Firefly in 1/35th scale. The modeling lessons, painting with complementary colors in 1/35th scale. Panic in Oderbruch, whatever, in German, 1/35th scale. And lastly, modeling lessons, acrylic paint melting technique. So I realize I'm getting some glare there. That's because of the fluorescent overhead lighting. The only bad thing about this position, it's kind of away from my normal window area that I usually shoot at, so I'm not getting the daylight. I can try turning this off, but I'm not sure. Well, less glare. We'll have to see. Which part do you think came out better? The part with the fluorescent lighting, or the part where it was kind of sort of darker? Anyways, quickly going on. The nice thing about these the nice thing about Panzer Aces is that the print quality and photo quality is generally very good. The English translation, good-ish. It does have some issues. I could read a section here just to kind of give you an example, but I think for these type of magazines, you're not expecting great literary works here. You're more just kind of expecting modelers to convey their modeling knowledge and wisdom. So hopefully that's what this magazine does. I think it does. But you can see they do various steps in the process. They don't do it from beginning to end, but they do usually some, like this one's masking, painting kind of things, weathering, and so forth. The final details, they think probably the parts that people are most interested in. But just kind of flipping through, you can see the consistency and quality. You get a lot of photos of the project. You get a lot of detailed photos of the build-up process. And, it's a good magazine, and this looks like a nice issue, actually. So I'm not sure. The Allied forces do seem to include a lot of German as well, and Russian and so forth. Although technically the Russians were allies. You guys were our allies, right? Yep, yeah. Even though at the end of the war we weren't allies. I don't know quite, historically speaking, why that worked out, but or why that happened. Patton seemed to be a little bit on the no on that. But no, I mean we were definitely allies during the war, though. Thank you, Russia and Soviet Union, for helping us win the war. It was very strong army. You conquered many things and did much. We appreciate it. Before I get myself in trouble here. So you can see the more kind of in-depth technique articles here with the modeling lessons, acrylic painting melting technique. Probably actually maybe even read that later after I finish this. Succinctly, this is about 64 pages long, and again, print quality is very good. There's kind of a flat binding on this edge, so they do collect well in terms of putting them in your bookshelf and so forth, because they won't be easily. You can see the binding and the labeling and so forth. So I'd like to thank Ascion Press for sending us the sample. And you can check it out. If you can't find it locally or on the web, you can check their website out. They're euromodelismo.com, and they also are on Facebook at panzeraces.magazine. So check them out, and we will hopefully this is a good format for the video. You're probably going to be like, oh my god, that camera is so much better. And yes, I knew it was. It's just dealing with the file migration. You know, I have to move it from the card to the thing. So I was already doing that with the new camera. So I think I might have bought a Hero Session camera for $200 that, yeah, I won't end up utilizing much. I mean, I could use it in certain scenarios, but yeah. So next time I go skydiving, though, I will be sure to use that camera. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Turning the Page. Comment, like, do all that good stuff. We'll see you. Thanks.